Hello again. Welcome back to Midnight Musings, all of the fun little things that my brain decides to do in the middle of the night. And then I get to share them with you, and hopefully you can learn something and gain something out of it. Today, I I wanted to focus on the weather. Seasons are changing, it's getting colder, it's drearier, it's gloomier, the days are shorter, times changed. And with it oftentimes come seasonal affective disorder, right? Where the lack of sunshine really starts impacting the chemicals in your brain and things aren't as joyful and fun and exploratory as they were during the summer months or even during the fall. I mean, I guess technically it's still fall, but for me it hits a little bit sooner than it does for other people maybe. And with that, we also have the holidays approaching. We also have the new year approaching, and as exciting and wonderful as it is for some people, it really isn't for others. And I wanted to be here with some support and with some love and some techniques or tactics that you can do to combat that this season. So yeah, with all of this, the premise is the same, right? I am the therapist and I want to share everything that I have with you just so whoever's watching this, whoever's giving me your time, I really appreciate it, and maybe you can take something back with you. Last night, I was having a hard time sleeping and I was really thinking about what to do to help propel us through this time. For my clients and everybody else that I'm working with. And you have so much pressure that comes with the holiday season. You have all of these shoulds, all the things that is supposed to happen. You're supposed to gather around and have relationships and build on those relationships, and it's supposed to be about fun and love and engagement and all the things, all the good things, everything Thanksgiving is supposed to represent, and the holidays with whatever it is that you celebrate is supposed to represent. The problem is, for a lot of us, that's not what the shoulds reflect. Many of you that's going to be watching this don't really appreciate going home for the holidays, or don't have a home to go for during the holidays, or feel that there's this standard that you have to live up to, or you're going to be scrutinized, or you're going to be judged, or you're just not keeping up with the Joneses. There's just a lot that also comes with how media portrays the holidays and what all the joy is supposed to be about, and that can be heartbreaking when the shoulds don't match up with what maybe your reality is. And I'm here to ask you today if your life is aligning with what's important to you, of what is of value to you, not what it's supposed to be or what it should be, but is it actually a reflection of the things that matter most to you? Because to combat all of the shoulds, the pressure, the intensity, the depressive episodes, even with the seasons changing, with the pressures of the new year and evaluating if this past year has lived up to what that was supposed to be like. To be able to combat that, you have to be able to identify what went well, not just from a gratitude perspective. I don't mean that. I don't mean be thankful for your blessings and ignore the rest. What I mean is what I believe to be a successful life. If the things that in my definition add up to what it is to have a successful life is the reflection of my life currently living up to that. Not anybody else's definition of what it should be, but what mine is. And in order to be able to evaluate that, as always, I need you to have some kind of writing or notepad or something so you can do this, because maybe you'll need to look back on it after we're done. But if you were to take your notebook or a piece of paper and a pen, and if you're to write down five things that are very, very important to you that are theme-based. And what I mean by theme-based is it's a generalized word, not specific at all, which is different from what most people teach you. The reason I'm saying that is because the theme of what's very important to you, the 5 words, it's going to present itself, it's going to show up in countless different ways if you're able to identify what the specific value is. And so if my value is peace, and it is, peace is taken over almost all of the other values for me as far as prioritizing goes. So if it's peace that I'm looking for, I have to be able to identify what that means specifically to me. And sometimes it matches the dictionary and sometimes it does not. But for me, peace is not the absence of chaos, because if you know my life is chaotic. So much going on, and I love it. But it's very chaotic. It can be stressful as well. So peace is not the absence of chaos for me. Peace is the ability to sit still and be okay with exactly where I am right now. So that's my definition of peace. And if it's something that is very important to me, if I know how to define it, if I know what it looks like, if I can identify how it feels, like I just did, where I'm feeling okay and good with exactly where I am right now, and there's a stillness in me, then I can find ways to make that happen. So I can find ways to have my day, my specific day right now, reflect that. So it's this mug, obsessed with cats. And the inside it says pause and reflect. I don't know if you can see that, but it does. This is peaceful to me. Knowing that I have something that I can offer to you, that I want to offer to you, that is peaceful to me. Recognizing that I went through my day and I had my 6 sessions today, and I am good with where we left things off with each and every one of them, that's peaceful for me. Other small things like hugs and kisses before my little men went off to school this morning, that's peaceful to me. So I need to be able to find out the big general word, right? The big picture, peace. Then I have to define what that means to me. Once I do that, then I have to come up with an image, symbolism of what that is and how to represent that in my mind. Once I have that, I can make it happen little bits and pieces all throughout the day, so that when I pause and I reflect on my life today or just my day today, I can say, yes, my day today was in alignment with what I value most, and for me that's peace. Some of the other ones that I can also put on my list would be loyalty, stability, emotional and physical safety, reliability, intimacy, accountability. I should have had a list of this. I do in my office. But you get my point, right? We have all of these theme words, and those themes represent our values. Those themes represent when you add all of those things up, what makes and how we define a successful life, and how we define a successful relationship or state of being, or our careers, where we are in life, period. And if we can focus our decision making to see if what we're choosing to do and invest our emotional and mental and physical and spiritual emotions and energies into on a daily basis, if the decisions that we make from the moment we open our eyes to the moment we close them again at night, did that represent the things that mean the most to us? Or are we putting all of this energy that we have a very, very finite amount to begin with, are we investing all of that energy into something that's not going to ultimately feel fulfilling because it's not a reflection, it's not in alignment with the things that we value? So that's your thought of the day, or week or month. That, maybe first evaluate, be curious. Is my life a reflection of what I want it to be? And then decide, okay, if it's not, where do I need to invest more for me? And if the answer is yes, it does, can I maybe give myself something a little bit more so that we can get through the next 3 or 4 months, when there's less sunshine and it's colder weathers and it's probably more rainy and all the things that impact seasonal affective disorder. And then, of course, everything that comes with the holidays that may not always be so wonderful and beautiful and bright. This is how we can survive all those things. Again, if you have any questions or if you want to reach out to me, my website is habibazaman.com, and you can send me an email, you can send me a response to this, whatever you want. I'm here for you. You're not alone. That much I can promise.